Hello there, my friend. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very special video for you that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, all about how to make money blogging. So this is not going to be one of those little fluffy videos that just says like publish a blog post and other shit like that. I'm actually going to teach you the step-by-step process on how you can make money blogging, including how I make money blogging with the income streams that I have used successfully. So if that's what you want to learn today, make sure you keep watching, or even if you can't watch, at least listen to the audio because this is going to be full of actionable advice. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so first I want to talk to you about the 3 ways I have monetized my blog, 3 income streams I have used. The first one is by selling services. The second one is selling products, digital products more specifically. And the third way is affiliate income. So these are 3 super effective ways to monetize your blog. You will notice that I did not say ads. I do not use ads because honestly, using ads is a really shitty way to monetize your blog, right? You gotta have tons and tons and tons of traffic to get paid that way. And even then, do you really want to make pennies per month for all the work you're putting in? Probably not. So again, services, products, and affiliate income. The services I have been able to sell through my blog have been freelance writing services. People have landed on my blog and reached out to me to hire me for those services. And then with products, I'm talking specifically about selling online courses to my target audience, courses that really help them specifically. So I have a cold emailing course and I have a content marketing course, 2 topics that are definitely of interest to the people who read my blog posts. And then the third method is affiliate income. So this just means that you get a cut when someone purchases a product through your affiliate link. So for example, if I really like the email marketing service that I'm using, maybe I can write a tutorial on how to use it and include my affiliate link instead of just linking out to that email marketing service provider's website. Then if someone who read my blog post and clicked that link signs up for the email marketing service through the link I have provided, I will get a cut of that. So that is how I've made my income from my blog. Last month alone, I made over $14,000 just from digital products. So just from the courses that I sell, I was able to make that much in 1 month. I didn't even include the affiliate income I made last month from my blog in that number because I was just too lazy to look it up. Usually I make like a few $100s. I think the most I made was around $800 in a single month from affiliate income. I don't really try to go after that affiliate income that hard because for me, I've found that it's much more profitable to focus a lot of my efforts on digital products, and it's something that I really enjoy. And you might be wondering, how long did it take me to get to this point where I've been able to make this much in a single month? Well, I was making a full-time income from my blog within about a year of actively promoting it and growing my email list. You know, you don't have to blog for 5 years to become successful, but at the same time, it's definitely not something that you want to think of as like an overnight get-rich-quick scheme, because that is frankly bullshit. Anyone who tells you otherwise is a fucking liar. So don't think of it like that, but do realize too that you can make this your income quickly if you approach it the right way. So now the question is, how do you approach it the right way? Because you don't want to waste time doing something that's not effective. Well, the first tip I want to give you is to see your blog posts not as the source of income necessarily, but as the way you build the audience who is either going to purchase your products or your services, right? So you have to think about it like that, not just making money from your posts necessarily all the time. You want to think of your blog posts as the way that you become known in your niche industry. That way you can build an audience who is ready to sign up for your products or work with you, purchase your services, whatever you want them to do. Speaking of your audience, the next tip I want to give you is to pick the right blog niche and know exactly who your target reader is. You got to pick a niche and know your audience because people online who are browsing, looking for good content, including blog posts, they want to get information that is tailored directly to their situation, right? So when I started my blog as a freelance writing advice blog, I could have just started a freelancing advice blog or a general writing advice blog, but then those are kind of broad, right? Freelancing could be graphic design, web development, whatever. Writing in general could be novels, could be poetry, could be plays, all sorts of things. But what I did is I chose a very narrow niche that I knew I could really serve with my content. I knew I was going to be able to create really helpful, original content in that niche that was perfectly tailored to that audience's situation because I was sharing my own tips that I learned via trial and error through my own freelance writing journey. So definitely choose a niche and get clear on exactly who your target audience is. Now, as far as growing your traffic, I've had a lot of people ask me, what social media site should I use? How can I grow my traffic so I can eventually grow my audience and monetize my blog? Well, the answer is it depends on who your audience is. So there are a lot of ways that generally work well, like SEO. Pinterest works great for a lot of niches, and it's one of my top sources of traffic. Twitter, LinkedIn, there's all these options. It's your responsibility as a business owner to research your target audience, see where they are hanging out the most online. That's what you have to do, and you have to do it consistently, really commit to it. So when I say commit to it, don't overextend yourself and try to be the top person in your niche on like 10 different social media sites or using 10 different promotional methods, right? You want to focus on the ones that work well with your brand and your audience, the ones you really enjoy and your audience really enjoys as well. Quick side note here, you will not grow your blog traffic and audience if you do not create epic content. By epic, I mean you want to create the most helpful, most valuable content for a very specific type of target audience. You absolutely must do this if you want to make 5 figures a month from your blog. You have to be serving a very specific type of audience. The next tip I have for you, this is non-negotiable. You gotta fucking do this if you want to grow your blog income. You absolutely must have an email list. You must start and grow your email list. So you'll remember I said you gotta see your blog posts as the way to attract the audience for eventually what you want to sell them, rather than just thinking of it as I'm gonna make money with this blog post with ads or with a sponsor post or whatever. The way you sell with your blog is you gotta understand the concept of the sales funnel. So at the very most basic level, it just means people need to become readers of your blog before they become leads. In other words, sign up for your email list, and they need to become leads before they will become customers, right? So let's think about this. If you are selling a $600 online course, I can tell you that no one is going to click on a blog post of yours, read it, and then sign up for your course right after just reading that one blog post. They don't know you. They don't know if your course is like total and complete shit or if it's actually good. The way you kind of nurture that relationship and build trust with the reader is by getting them to sign up for your email list using a lead magnet. So when I say a lead magnet, I just mean something that you give the reader in exchange for their email address. Now, it can't just be anything, right? Usually what I do for my lead magnets, I have a free course, I have PDFs, so things like guides and case studies. But basically you want it to be very relevant to your target reader and related to your blog post topic. Let me give you an example. I have a blog post called How to Pick a Profitable Freelance Writing Niche. My lead magnet for that post, in other words, what people can download in exchange for their email address, is a list of 10 profitable freelance writing niches. So it's very relevant to the people who are going to be reading that blog post, and I promote it within the blog post. It allows me to build the right audience, and it allows me to give my audience something very valuable that they would really want to receive at the moment of reading that post, right? Because if they want to know how to pick a profitable niche, they're also going to want to know what profitable niches are out there. So do keep that in mind when you create a lead magnet. As far as the tech I use to set it up, I use Lead Pages, which is a landing page software, and ConvertKit, which is an email marketing software. So you can look those up if you want to set up something similar. You nurture those leads with email marketing, and eventually you can launch or promote or whatever your products or services to that list of leads. So that is what you want to do. Honestly, I could create probably like a 5-hour video just on this little section alone, but today's just the overview. We're going to save that video for another day. And the last tip I want to give you as far as selling products or services through your blog is to make sure your audience and your product/service align perfectly, right? So think about it like this. If you write a bunch of blog posts that attract beginner guitar players and you try to sell an advanced guitar techniques ebook to them or course or whatever, none of your audience is going to buy that, right? You always have to be building the perfect audience for your eventual product or service. So what I tell students in my courses is that you need to work backwards. Go ahead and start thinking about what you want to sell via your blog, whether it is a product or a service, and use your blog post to build the right audience for that product or that service. Definitely want to keep that in mind. That is going to help you become profitable so much faster. There are tons and tons of ways you can monetize your blog. The reason I'm focusing on products here is because for me, that has been the most profitable method, and it creates pretty passive income for me, right? Sometimes I'll get notifications on my phone of sales that I didn't really even actively do something to get. So that's why these tips revolve around that particular method. But you could use the same approach with services too, right? For example, if you are a freelance writer and you specialize in writing email sequences for creative entrepreneurs, you want to write blog posts that attract creative entrepreneurs who are going to be likely to need email sequences written for them, right? It's that same kind of working backwards concept where you plan your entire blog content strategy around exactly who you want to attract and what you are going to eventually sell them. And then you can nurture them with email marketing after you get them to sign up for one of your lead magnets. And eventually some of those, if you are marketing the right way, will convert from leads to customers. So my friend, that is how I made over 14K from my blog last month. Again, it's not this overnight get rich quick success story or anything. It does require a lot of hard work, but I do want you to know it is doable. I am someone who has no college degree. I'm actually a 3-time college dropout. My work experience before I started doing what I'm doing now is honestly pretty fucking sad. I worked at grocery stores. I worked at a call center for years, which is the most fucking soul-sucking job you can ever imagine. I did door-to-door sales, pretty much just as soul-sucking as the call center job. So even if you don't feel like you're qualified to do this, know that you can if you're willing to learn the strategy and put the work into it. So to wrap up, I have a free blogging course for you linked in the description box below. It covers the exact process of how I have created content that has allowed me to grow an audience and therefore turn my blog into a full-time income. The link is below. Make sure you click on that and get the course. It is totally free and it is full of valuable and actionable information you can use to grow your audience and grow your influence online. That is all for today, my friend. Thank you so much for watching. I truly do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button below. It really does help me out. And subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos just like this one. And I'll see you in the next video.